Alrighty then. Let's just make sure everything's set up. Okay. We're rolling on YouTube Studio. Fubo's rocking and rolling. All right. Who's ready for some more baseball? What's going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with another Cleveland Guardians live stream. As this is, of course, the third game of this 4-game series between the White Sox and the Guardians. Doubleheader yesterday. I streamed the first game, got a masterful outing from Logan Allen. Kind of rough at times, but he locked in. I think he retired every single batter, mostly after the home run he gave up. Only allowed one hit, and that was the homer. That's not bad at all. Because in game 2, well, it was the exact opposite. Gavin Williams was once again all over the place. He had what I would call a walkathon. What was it? 5 walks from him alone? 5 walks and 5 Ks. Can't have that. One of those walks, I think, actually did come around and score too. Not to mention, Lenyn Sosa had 2 homers, and the Guardians lose in 11 innings after they had bases loaded twice in extras in the 10th and the 11th. They could have blown the doors off the White Sox, but they just couldn't do it. I feel like they wanted to be like Angel Martinez, and they wanted to go for the jugular, when all they would have needed to do, get a base hit. A base hit probably scores 2. Heck, depending on who's on base, maybe all 3 score. The one that really killed me, the 11th inning, right? Colby Allard gets you out of the 10th inning with a magnificent double play, gets it to the 11th. You get bases loaded again because they walked Nolan Jones, and then they hit Jose. So bases loaded, and Kyle Manzardo comes up. He's been stinking as of late, man. My God. Not only with the bat, but his glove. His glove seems like it has a hole in it or something, because he's had trouble fielding at first base. Yeah, I don't know what to do about him anymore, man. I mean, you got to work on that glove. Damn. But yeah, so we're back for game 3 of 4. The game is not starting because they're doing a ceremony, of course, for the 2005 World Series team for the White Sox. Yesterday, they unveiled a Paul Konerko, Mark Burley statue. And today, I think they're just having a tribute for the entire team. Kind of sucks. It's sad, too, because Bobby Jenks literally passed away, I think, last week. Damn. He got the best seat in the house. You know that for sure. Yeah. So, let's get on with the starting lineups. First, for the visiting Cleveland Guardians. This lineup is kind of similar to the lineup that we had in the first game of the doubleheader yesterday. Stephen Kwan leads off in left field. Batting second, right fielder Nolan Jones. Batting third, Jose Ramirez at third base. Batting cleanup, DHing once again, Cal Manzardo. Batting fifth, first baseman Carlos Santana. Batting sixth, second baseman Daniel Schneemann. Batting seventh, center fielder Angel Martinez. Of course, those two actually, in the first game of the doubleheader, Santana, Schneemann, and Martinez all homered yesterday. How about that, huh? That was fun. Of course, Santana's homer put us ahead for good in that game. But of course, Schneemann and Martinez going back to back got it going on, got the scoring started for us. That was huge. And then, of course, rounding it out in the squat, batting eighth, behind home plate, you have Austin Hedges at catcher. And then batting ninth, shortstop Brian Rocchio. And on the mound, we have Tanner Bybee. Now, you guys are probably going to be like, yo, didn't you say you were not going to do any more Bybee starts? Yeah, I did say that, but if he does what he did against the Astros and even the Cubs against these guys, this is the final straw. This is strike three, pretty much. If we get a lead, I want to see him actually hold the lead. Because it seems like I'm noticing a theme that when we get a lead, he just forgets how to pitch. So it'd be nice to see us get a lead and have him hold it. Now for the White Sox, their lineup is a little different. Leading off, designated hitter Mike Tauchman. Batting second baseman Chase Meadroth. Batting third, left fielder Andrew Benintendi. Batting fourth, first baseman Lenin Sosa. Batting fifth in the squat, Kyle Teal, catcher. Batting sixth, center fielder Luis Robert Jr. Batting eighth, third baseman Josh Rojas. And batting ninth in right field, we got Robertson, who was just acquired a few days ago. And this is because they put Tim Elko on the IL. So Will Robertson is batting ninth in right field. And then on the mound for the White Sox is Sean Burke. Now let's actually go see about Tanner here, right? Because maybe I'm tripping. Maybe he actually hasn't been that bad. What's up, OGT? White Sox have a more recent title than we do? Yeah. I always forget, like, you're a Reds fan. You say we, it's like you're meaning the Reds. Like, okay. All right. Of course, there's Rudy saying, oh, Yankees own Cleveland. Well, yeah, I mean, the Yankees are like that rich person that buys designer clothes, right? The Guardians are those people that shop at the hand-me-down stores, Goodwill. You know, we just don't have the funds to really match the Yankees' spending power, which is why it's even more important that we have a good development system. Because if you can't spend and you can't develop, well, then you're screwed. You end up like the damn Marlins. All right. So, yeah, they're still doing their little ceremony for the 2005 White Sox team. Funny because like if you like talk to a newbie, right, a new baseball fan, and you show them highlights from the 2005 World Series, they'd be like, "Wait, aren't the Astros in the American League?" Yeah, but they weren't always in the American League. Oh, bro, I saw that Kwan strutting the bases. Like, wait, what? No, I think that wasn't. Was it Seattle? I was gonna say, I got the freaking game day thing pulled up right here. Yeah. All right. So it'll be underway probably in about 8 minutes or so. Tanner Bybee. Let's see what he's done. So his last win. Oh my God. Poor Tanner hasn't won a game since May. Oh, I feel so bad for this guy, man. Wow. He's 0-4 in his last 7 games. He's had 7 starts. He's 0-4. Yeah, his last win was in May against the Tigers. He lost to the Dodgers, gave up 4 runs. Yankees gave up 3 runs. He really hasn't had any horrible outings. At least, most of June, he was all right. Gave up a few runs here and there. But that A's game gave up 5. Toronto gave up 3, but 2 were earned. And then so far in July, gave up 5 against the Cubs, blew that lead, gave them a nice lead, blew it. And then against Houston, of course, 4-0 lead, blew it. And it's really sad, too, because against the A's, he went 8 innings, but we just couldn't score. His last, actually, the deepest he's gone in a game is 8 innings. Yeah. His last 2 outings, he's gone 4 innings and then 4 2/3. So I don't know what to expect from Tanner today. I'm kind of scared. I feel like he'll pitch like an ace until we get the lead. If we get the lead, and then he'll just crumble again. Like when we get a lead and he's on the mound, in the back of my head, I'm thinking, oh, this guy's going to blow it. Oh, he's going to blow it. It's sad, but that's just the way it is. He has to show me that he can hold a lead. It's that simple. It's always the most annoying fans that make those takes. Oh. Don't you hate when someone makes a take you can't refute? Like, if I hear, oh, Steelers have 6, Bengals have none. Okay. It's like, okay. And? Well, like the Yankees, right? They have 27, but it's like, how many of those were you alive for? Not too many, huh? I mean, a lot of us 90s kids, they were alive for the 90s dynasty. And then, of course, they won their last one. Was it 09? Wow. All right. So, yeah, we're just waiting for this thing to get underway. Now, looking at Sean Burke, let's see what his recent outings have looked like. He's rocking a 4.40 ERA. So let's see what he's been up to. One bad game doesn't make me rage in a video, but Reds losing to the Rockies yesterday made me. Yeah, I saw Dashy's video. It was, sorry to say, but it's just so funny to watch him just get pissed off. I can't do that. No. I mean, losing to the Rockies, that's tough. It's baseball. Baseball's weird. The Guardians lost 10 in a row, went to Houston, and swept the division-leading Astros. So Burke is 1-1 in his last 3, and he beat Arizona. He actually shut them down. 5 innings of 5 hits, no runs, 2 walks, 7 Ks. Dodgers only allowed 1 run, but then against the Blue Jays, 5 innings, 6 hits, 6 runs, 3 walks, 2 Ks. So let's see what we get out of this offense tonight. Personally, I would love to see us just erupt. Like, I'm talking like what we did against the Reds, 11 runs. But I'm scared that we could score 20 and Tanner Bibee would blow it. I'm serious. We could score 20. And we'd still win, but it'd be like 20-17. I don't think Vogt would let it get that bad, though. All right, so I think we're just about ready. Okay, there's Andre Knott. There's the guy I refer to as the bald mukbanger. Mukbang man. The mukbang man, the mukbang man. Honestly, if the Guardians ever fired Andre Knott from his role as the sideline reporter, or the on-field reporter, I guess, he could, start a YouTube channel and do food reviews, stadium food reviews. Now there you go. They're showing Jose Ramirez's 2-run shot that gave the Guardians the 2-1 lead last night. He has 23 home runs at Guaranteed Rate Field, mostly to the pole side. He has, I think, one that went dead center. But they've mostly been pole side. Yeah. So we are moments away, I think. I can't even say for sure. Seems like we are. All right, I think we're ready to go, guys. Yep. About 20 minutes past posted start time. Thanks to the ceremony. Yankees and Cowboys fans get a lot of hate, but in my opinion, this team is in my division. Steelers fans are worse. Yeah, they're very bad. They're just horrible fans. You know. All right, so we are underway here as Stephen Kwan marches to the batter's box. Juan, Jones, Ramirez, Manzardo, Santana, Schneemann, Martinez, Hedges, Rocchio. The lineup that they rolled out in the first game of the doubleheader yesterday is what they're rolling out to start this one. And there's Sean Burke. 18 games, 15 starts, 4-8 record, 4.40 ERA, 10 home starts, 4-3 with a 3.81 ERA, 2.54 opponent average, 75 Ks, 41 walks, and 92 innings. Oh, let's hope we have an offensive explosion. That would be fantastic. Nah, I'm not counting on it. We'll somehow win this game like 2-1 or something. Defensive alignment for the White Sox: Benintendi, Robert, and Robertson in the outfield. Rojas, Montgomery, Meadroth, Sosa, and Teal are on the infield. Heads kind of funny. Robert Jr., Robertson. Yep. Umpires: Jordan Baker at home, Dan Merzel at first, Stu Sherwater at second, Dan Bellino, the crew chief, is at third. Oh, what the hell? Oh, it's for all in. No, I don't want to. Oh, evolution. You got Peacock. I don't got to worry about that. Get out of here. All right, so we are just about ready for first pitch. Juan is in the box. Burke is ready. And here's the first pitch. Outside, ball one. And we're underway from right field in the south side of Chicago. 287 average, 6 homers, 29 RBIs, 346 on base for Kwan. Outside, ball two. And here's the 2-0 from Burke. Strike. Got the Cavs Summer League team on my TV right now. About 45-33 on Milwaukee. 2-1. And Kwan pops it up. And there's Robert to make the catch. Oh, Kwan. Come on, stop popping up, bro. He's bald. He's bald. Yeah, Andre Knott is bald. What's up, Fred? Sorry, it's Nolan Jones. 233 average for the right fielder. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Three homers, 23 RBIs, 320 on base in 83 games for Nolan. I think 3 homers is however many homers he had with the Guardians in his first stint, too. Grounder foul. 0-2. It took the Guardians, what, 2 or 3 innings to really get after Smith yesterday? Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Off speed. Got hooked on the off speed. Oh my goodness. Oh, here comes Jose Ramirez. Half home run on the betting odds. Plus 280 for over. Minus 360 for under. Wow. What, they think he's going to hit a home run today or something? We'll see about that. Betting 297 on the year. Pitch. Outside. I think it's mainly because Sox aren't stupid. 18 homers, 47 RBIs, 364 on base. He's 8th in the AL on average in 90 games. 1-0 to Ramirez. Pitch. Strike. Of course, Ramirez is on my fantasy team, so there is a chance I get spoiled that he hits a homer by ESPN. Career versus the Central. He owns all 4 teams. Pitch. But he has, believe it or not, Fred, he hasn't done as much damage to the Twins as he has to the other 3. He has less than 30 homers and under 100 RBIs career against the Twins. Here's the 2-1. Outside 3-1. I'm not dealing with J-Ram at all. I'd rather walk him every time. Treat him like Barry Bonds. Next thing you want to do is have him get hot against your team. 3-1. Oh, that thing dropped in there like almost on the hands. Like, made him uncomfortable. That thing dropped all the way in there. He almost swung at that pitch. Payoff pitch. Popped it up. And that'll go out of play. We'll try it again. As if I do get spoiled by ESPN, I try to like pull like a poker face to not spoil it. Payoff pitch. Outside, ball 4. Yeah, you figured they were going to be extremely careful dealing with J-Ram. Right? You don't want to have him cook you in the first inning like that. So here's Cal Manzardo. 13 homers, 33 RBIs in 80 games, 215 average, 290 on base. He's been kind of cooling down a bit. I'd like to see him heat up here soon. I'd like to see him have a big game to finish out this first half. Here's the 1-0 coming. Watch out for J-Ram to possibly steal here. Pitch, there he goes. Oh, he's safe by a mile. Safe by a mile. So 2-0 count for Manzardo, and now you got a runner in scoring position. But now comes the challenging part. Kyle has to put the ball in the field so J-Ram can get home. Get a base hit here, Kyle. 27 stolen bases, just behind Caballero, 1 ahead of Simpson. Here's the 2-0. Pitch. Drops it in there for a strike. Come on, Kyle. Come on, Kyle. Kyle. Hi, Kyle. There's the 2-1. Swing and a miss. Oh, my God. What? Kyle, you stink, bro. Hey, Kyle, you stink. Kyle might need to adjust his swing. It looks kind of flat. So let's see what happens here. 2-2 pitch. Watch him get rung up. 2-2. Ball outside. If we can get a walk by Kyle, that'd be great. He has been good at drawing walks. I will give him that. But I'm afraid he's going to get rung up on a pitch that's very close. Payoff. Oh, steps off. All right. So we'll do it again. Payoff pitch. Fouls it off. Here's the payoff. Payoff pitch from Burke. Fouls it off. You know, what really concerns me is these guys can't turn on a middle 94 fastball. Yeah, team sees that pitch. It looks like that thing would look like a nice juicy meatball. They'd crush it to the seats or at least get a base hit out of it. Payoff pitch. And that's ball 4. So he does indeed draw the walk. Buxton hit for the cycle. Okay. Lakers are doing LeBron dirty. Yeah. I don't think he's going anywhere, though. But that's going to be an interesting situation to watch throughout the rest of the summer. And Katz is already out to talk to him. Because now you got Carlos Santana, who, much like Kyle, is also really good at drawing walks. He's so good, in fact, there is a Twitter account called Walk Tana Counter. He literally keeps track of all the walks. Yeah. So here's Santana. Of course, he had the 2-run shot yesterday to get the Guardians the lead for good in the first game of the doubleheader. A base hit here would definitely give them a run. Maybe, if he hits it in the right spot, maybe 2. J-Ram and Manzardo on first and second. Here's the pitch to Santana. Ball 1. That was kind of an umpire discretion pitch. 1-0 count for Santana. Pitch from Burke. The 1-0. Go to second. Got to be careful there if you're Burke. You throw that ball a little off. That goes into the center field. And J-Ram's taken off for third. Got to make sure you and your second baseman are on, or shortstop are on same wavelength there. Here's the 1-0. Ball. Yeah, I'd love a big inning to start this game off. Bieber a big lead so we can get Bibby a big lead so we can blow it immediately. Hurt-a-dur-de-dur. Hurt-de-dur. Hurt-de-dur-de-dur. Yeah. Okay, why did my thing freeze? What's going on? Okay, we're back. All right. That's not me, it's Fubo. 2-0 to Santana. Pitch. 3-0. All right. What's going on? That is a strike. Is it a mile? Oh my God, ump. That ball is damn near on the ground. What the hell was that? 2-1. Runner takes off. And Santana to left. Base hit. And Ramirez, who ran on the pitch, comes around the score. So, classic hit and run gets the Guardians on the board first. Wow. It was a classic hit and run. J-Ram was taken off. Ball was blooped in, and J-Ram scores easily. Guardians strike first again in the first inning. And now here's Daniel Schneemann. Pitch. Ah, it's a strike. Come on, let's have a big inning here, guys. Here's the 0-1 coming from Burke. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Oh, he gonna cook this dude, man. These guys are biting on every single off speed. They're like replaying MLB The Show. 9 homers, 25 RBIs for Schneemann. Went back to back with Ana Martinez yesterday in the first game of the doubleheader. Here's the 0-2 to Daniel Schneemann. Pitch. Oh, held off that time. 1-2 count. That was ballsy, though. Going with the hit and run. Beautifully executed, though. Because obviously, 2 outs. I mean, if he's out, if he gets caught, who cares? But aggressive. Here's the 1-2 to Schneemann. Pitch. Stares at strike 3. If I had $1 for every time we had a batter stare at strike 3, I'd have enough to probably buy a dozen hot dogs at the stadium. No, on a serious note, though, they stare at a lot of strike 3s. It's because they weren't looking for a pitch there. Yeah. Yeah, they weren't looking for a pitch there. So that just adds another RBI for Santana against the Central, a division that he's had quite a bit of success against. Hey, yeah. What's going on? And now let's see how quickly this lead how long this lead will last. Imagine if this offense had even a semblance of clutch in it. Oh well. You figured eventually the run would end, right? Ooh, excuse me. Gee whiz. Ooh, damn. Ooh, wee. Wow. It's the carbonation from the Diet Coke I'm drinking over here. Yeah, for breakfast today, I had freaking chocolate chip pancakes, it's a bacon. Yeah, we cooked. So here's Tanner Bybee, 18 starts, 4.9 record, 4.35 ERA, 103 and a third innings, 31 walks, 90 Ks, 245 opponent average. Like I mentioned, he has not won a start since May. I believe it was against the Tigers. Here's the first pitch. Strike to Tauchman. Tauchman, of course, was the hero last night with the game-winning hit in extras. 4 homers, 19 RBIs in 43 games for the Sock Man. 0-1. Ball. .286 average for Tauchman. Pitch. Swing and a miss. I need him to lock the heck in here. I need it. Oh, I need it. I need it. Yeah. 1-2 coming to Tauchman. Pitch from Bybee. Fouls it off. I don't see him going everyone said he's coming back. I don't see it. Oh, LeBron, yeah. Here's 1-2. Ball. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Full count. Dude, Tanner. No faith in this dude at all. He has to show me. Payoff pitch to Talkman. Gonna miss. Struck him out. Way to come back on that at bat and not give up. Put him away. First strikeout of the day for him and first out. And now here's Chase Meadroth. Then, of course, you have Benintendi, Sosa, Teal, Robert Jr., Colson Montgomery, Josh Rojas, and Will Robertson. Pitch to Meadroth. Hops it up. Might be playable. Yep. Santana has it. 2 down. Thank God for the sure-handed glove of Santana. Quick 2 out. Outfield the defensive alignment. Kwan, Martinez, and Jones in the outfield. Ramirez at third. Rocchio at short. Schneemann at second. Santana at first. Hedges is in the squat. Here's Andrew Benintendi. 218 average, 10 homers, 34 RBIs, 280 on base, 65 games for the former Red Sox, Yankee, and Royal, of course. Pitch. It was what? Red Sox, Royals, Yankees, and now White Sox. He's been quite a bit of places. Yeah. 1-0. Outside. I remember when he was on the mid 2010s Red Sox teams that were really good. But here's the 2-0 to Benintendi. Oh my God, damn. I'm gonna walk Benintendi for no reason whatsoever. Here's the 3-0 from Bybee. Grounder gets through for a base hit. Oh boy, Tanner. There's Turner with the Bucks. That's gonna be weird. That is gonna be just weird. It's Lennon Sosa, 9 home runs, 31 RBIs, 295 on base, 79 games, 272 batting average. From Bybee. Strike. I believe it's his first name is Lenin, not the name of the popular Russian communist Lenin. Lenin with a Y. Lenin. That's how I've heard them say it. Beautiful pitch just dropped in there for a strike. Wow. 2 now for Sosa. Four-year contract for Miles Turner with the Bucks this offseason. That's going to be weird to see. Here's the 0-2 to Sosa. Pitch. Tried to maybe get him to bite. That was, I believe, a curveball or something, but it had some break on it. That thing veered to the left. That's a pitch that a lot of guys wouldn't be able to hold off of. They'd just be too, enamored with it. 1-2 to Sosa. Pitch. Hopped him up. Martinez will come in and make the catch. And what do you know, guys? We got a lead. And Tanner held it. Wow. Tanner held the lead for an inning after we scored. He didn't immediately blow the lead. It's a freaking miracle. Wow. Wow, progress. Progress. You get a golf clap. Keep it up. That's what you call progress. That is what you call progress. All right. And that LeBron situation is going to be interesting to keep an eye on as we get into the late summer, into the fall. Because let me tell you something. If, and I mean if the Lakers do the unthinkable and they buy out LeBron, the Cavs are going to be one of the teams interested. Yep. And what they're going to do is they're going to reshape the roster to fit LeBron. The core four will probably stick, but in terms of like bench guys, Dre is probably going to stick, but I could see Dean getting tossed out and probably a few others. First pitch from Burke to Martinez. It's high for a ball. 8 homers, 33 RBIs, has an 8-game hit streak. Pitch. And Martinez, fly ball. That ball is going all the way to the wall and off the netting. That thing had some freaking curve to it. My God. I thought, oh, this is a fly out. Well, first off the bat, I thought he hit that a mile. Then it went off the netting. So he gets a reprieve. Robertson's only been a White Sox for like a few minutes. 1-1 to Martinez. Swing and a miss. Oh, no, I'm sorry. He fought it off. He blistered that ball. My God. Game hitting streak. 323 average, 10 for 31, 3 homers, 7 RBIs. He has an RBI in 4 straight games. 1-2. Okay, now he's just getting a little overzealous. He has to hold off on that pitch. Yeah. Clearly, that was a mile on the outside, and he went super aggressive chasing after it. No need to. Here's the 1-2 again to Martinez. And Martinez, fly ball to right. Robert comes over to make the catch. There's one down. Tell you one thing, he's been scorching that ball. Good sign. Here comes the guaranteed strikeout, or at least out. Austin auto out Hedges. Batting 107. Pitch. When was the last time we had a catcher bat over 200 plus? Had to have been like Yan Gomes or something, I swear. 3 homers, 4 RBIs, 208 on base, 107 average. I think my favorite backup catcher over the years, besides like Roberto with Jan, was probably Luke Maile. Wilson Ramos was also pretty good too, but he got hurt. He retired recently. 1-1 to Hedges. Up high, ball 2. Once in every blue moon, Hedges will have a successful at bat. He'll get a base hit. And even rarer, he'll get a home run. 2-1. 3-1. Never forget his first at bat of the year against San Diego, his old team. He homered. Since then, it's just been free fall. 3-1 to Hedges. Pitch. Strike. Hedges is like the guy that doesn't really even focus on baseball. He's just doing it as a side quest. Payoff pitch. Popped it up. And out of play. Behind the home plate. Burke has thrown 41 pitches. There's Rocchio on deck. Possibly could have a base runner. We'll see, though. Here's the payoff pitch to Burke from Burke. Liner right at third base. And he gets him with ease. That thing was scorched, too. That tells you that these guys are locked in, but they're just being unlucky with their hits. One homer, 12 RBIs for Rocchio. Fouls it off. Here's the 0-1 to Rocchio, batting 183 on the year. Pitch. Strike. Oh, 2. Outside. Bounced it. Tom Hamilton up in the radio booth, chilling, rocking in his chair. I think that's Tom Hamilton. Looks like him. Yeah, it's him. Okay. Yeah. Toss it off. Tried to duplicate what he did against the Astros. Lines it down the left field side. Oh, look, it's the newly engaged Donovan Mitchell. Yep. Got engaged to his girlfriend, I guess, Coco Jones. That's a lit pitch. Fouls it off. I'll tell you one thing, these guys are having low-key good at bats. We really haven't had a unserious, feeble at bat yet. Yeah, we're not getting a lot of hits, but we're making this kid work. Almost at 50 pitches already. 1-2. And Rocchio to right field. Near the wall. And that's out number 2. Or it's out number 3. Again, they're stinging that ball, but just not coming up with anything out of it. He smoked it. I mean, even Angel Martinez smoked a couple pitches. Just not getting it on the dot. Which tells you they will. Watch. There's gonna be a pitch he throws. It's gonna go, and then bam, perfect. Meat zone. As long as they can execute that swing. Yeah. They're seeing him well, though. Pickle Yoder. Yeah, you even got the yes, sir. Hey, it's lit. Oh, it's lit. I pick a number 1 to 12. Why? What's in it for me? If I had to pick a number between 1 and 12, probably go 6. Why not? So there's a dude sitting there in a NASCAR jacket with the sleeves cut off. That's one way to do it. Looks like one of those cutoffs that you see bikers wear. First pitch is outside the teal. 1-0 count. Pitch. Lines it foul. Four RBIs in 23 games for the catcher. 234 average, 383 on base percentage. Here's the 1-1. Fouls it off. 1-2. And one thing, they're really making Burke work. Boom, boom. I'll be here all week. Yeah. 1-2. Ball was way up there. Midges almost had to get out of his stance just to get that ball. 2-2 from Tanner. Pitch. Goes after it to left field. Quan is there to make the catch. 1 down. Six foot seven. Look at that. Wow. 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot. Rich. Michael Yoder comes in, says, "Hey, pick a number." 69. Should have said 6'9". Nice. Pitch. Swing and a miss to Robert. Arguably the most dangerous hitter in the lineup on a game-to-game basis. 188 average, 9 homers, 34 RBIs, 275 on base in 77 games. Honestly, with his numbers like that, he would fit so well in this Guardians lineup. We wouldn't trade for him because the division rival tax. We'd have to give up at least one top-tier prospect for him. And I'm not really trying to face one of our top-tier prospects 12 times a year. 1-1. And fly ball. Deep, shallow center. Just shy of the track. Martinez makes the catch. 2 down. That scared me for a second, but it died just short of the track. So here's Robertson. Oh, I'm sorry, this is Montgomery. 8 games, 2 RBIs, 464 on base, 318 average. For the rookie. I want to say he was in the same draft class as Chase, but I'm not exactly sure. One zero. Swing and a miss. Eventually, we will see Chase DeLauder up in the majors, whether they want him up there or not. 1-1 from Bybee. Fouls it off. 1-2. Cavaliers offense last season, first in points per game, second in field goal, 3-point field goal percentages, assist to turnover ratio, second, and efficiency, they were first. Here's the 1-2 from Tanner. The 1-2 pitch. Up and in on him. Damn near plunked him. Almost hit him again. Dude, Tanner. Oh my God. Payoff pitch to Montgomery. Pitch. Popped him up. Out of play. Try it again. Pitch 31 of the day. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him. And that is the end of the second inning. So the Guardians still have a 1-0 lead going into the third. And let's see if the Guardians offense can add. Top of the order, due up. It would be fantastic to see us do some damage. Ooh. Oh my. All right. Back for the top of the third. Beautiful day in Chicago on the south side. Here's Stephen Kwan. Pitches a strike. Oh, 1 to Kwan. Pitch. Outside. That's now 50 pitches for Burke here in the top of the third. Here's the 1-1. Lines it foul, right side. It's only a matter of time before the Guardians batters just jump on this dude. The way that they're smacking the ball around, the timing is just a little off. 1-2. Grounder to first. Out number 1. Yes, Sosa took it himself. Never forget the days when their infield was Abreu at first. Then they had other people at second, like a revolving door. Tim Anderson at short. Moncada at third. Those were some crazy days. Pitch. Jimenez was occasionally a DH, left fielder. Robert in center. And then they had other people in right field every once in a while. Nolan Jones, 303 average in July thus far. Had a really good stretch at the end of the month of June into July, too. 1-1 count for Jones. Pitch from Burke. Layers it foul left side. That jammed him like crazy. Still up 1-0 thanks to a Carlos Santana RBI that scored Ramirez. Here's the 1-2. Outside 2-2. Here's the 2-2 from Burke. Chopper inside foul. Yeah, these guys are really just having good at bats. Yeah, not a lot of them are going well, but they're overall fighting like crazy. They're driving this dude's pitch count way up. He's at 57 pitches here in the third. 2-2. He stares at strike three. Come on, guys, fight him off. Oh my God, stop staring at strike three, dude. God. Here's Jose, who walked last time up. Came around and scored. First pitch is a ball. I think even Jose's like, wow. All right. This will be the 60th pitch of the day for Burke. The 1-0 to Ramirez. Pitch. 2-0. I was waiting to see because they didn't show the umpire. I think Teal had asked the ump at third if he had went. He walked, stolen a base, and then ran and scored. Here's the 2-0 to Ramirez. And Ramirez crushes it foul. I think that means he was early on it. Yeah. I mean, he smoked that. 2-1 now. Pitch. Foul. Multiple teams are interested in LeMahieu. Who the heck would be interested in him, I wonder? First, second, and or DH. We could use him at second base. 2-2. Outside, full count. Since he's available for trade deadline, dialogue picks up across the industry. Oh, yeah. Payoff pitch again to Ramirez. Time. Are they really going to try to throw one here to Ramirez, or are they just going to let him get on base again? Payoff pitch. Oh, he swung and fouled it. Oh, he swung and missed, but he lost his bat. At least the bat boy is right there, so. We go to the bottom of the third, still up 1-0. Rangers' offense is better now. Best offensive series of the year against the Angels, but could have won 3 out of 4. Yeah, the Guardians' offense all of a sudden woke up these last few games. That pisses me off, though. Because just think of where we could have been if we had been playing like we were the past couple games over the last 2 weeks. We played like we did against the Astros, against the Jays, the Cardinals, and the Tigers. We're probably right on the Tigers' heels. Right? I mean, we're right on their heels. Probably like well over almost 10 some games over 500 around there. Yeah. Nolan Jones just staring at it. Wow. Justin Verlander's 0-7 this year? Ouch. That's tough. We'll say much, much larger crowd for this game than yesterday's game, the first game. In the first game yesterday, there was like nobody there. Probably because that was like a, rescheduled game. But still. So here's Rojas to lead off. 179 average. First pitch strike. One homer, 9 RBIs, 249 on base in 55 games for Rojas. Pitch. It'll be interesting to see where LeMahieu goes. I know we're not going after him because we want to rely on our youth. But he went deep in the bench. 1-1. Grounder, foul. Not sure how his glove would be at second base for us. But honestly, give me J-Ram, honestly, Arias or Rocchio, LeMahieu, and Santana. At least until Bezana's ready. 2-2. On 1-2. And a miss. Struck him out. And that's a great way to start the inning. Whoops. There we go. There we go. So here's Robertson with one down, the 9-hitter. Pitch. Outside. One for 12 with an RBI. Went 0 for 2 last night in his debut. 1-0. Swing and a miss. Stupid flies, man, I tell you. Annoying little creatures. 1-1. To left field. Foul. So we go back to home and try it again. Yeah. Here's the 1-2. Ring him up. Let's go. Got him looking. And there's 2 down. Perfect way to come back at him like that. Bet you Bobby watched his last start and was like probably beating himself up. Like, man, can't be doing that. His last 2 outings, he did that. Right? Get him a lead and then he blows it immediately. Here's Talkman 0 for 1. Swing and a miss. Here's the 0-1, the Talkman. Low ball. Struck out his first time up. Talkman DHing today. Here's the 1-1. Pitch. Swing and a miss. But like you look at this Sox lineup and you're thinking, who could they possibly trade besides Robert? Maybe Benintendi? Possibly like a Talkman? Someone like a bench bet, I guess. But yeah, not too many guys out there that they could trade for or trade away. 1-2. Grounder. Right up the middle for a base hit. I thought Bobby was going to snatch that. Thought so too, Tribe. But he's been doing like simulated games, so I don't know what the heck's going on. I thought Bobby was going to snatch it. It ducked right under his glove. I think it kicked off the mound too. I don't know where that ball would have went if Bobby would have got a glove on it. But yeah, 2-out single. Here's Meadroth. 0 for 1. Pitch. Strike. 92. Cavs up by 8. Okay. Meadroth fouled out last time up in the first. 0-1. Grounder to third, throw to second. And they get the force out there, and that'll retire the side. We go to the fourth, up 1-0. You can figure at some point the offense will score a few, right? I mean, having a 1-0 lead, like I've always said, is like walking through a minefield, because even against a bona fide AAA lineup like the White Sox, eventually they could run into one. Yep. That's my fear. I would like to see us score a few more, but yeah. But yeah, as always, guys, if you're enjoying the stream, be sure to hit the like, subscribe, hit that bell. And I'm thinking about going live for tomorrow's game, as it is the final game of the first half. I'll be live again on, I believe it'll be, Tuesday? Yeah. I believe it'll be Tuesday for the All-Star game. And then I believe on probably Wednesday or maybe Thursday, I'll do my second half prediction stream, going through how I think the standings will look for the second half of the MLB season. And what I like is, in the MLB inner circle, GMs, you don't usually see a lot of trades now, especially for the big name players, because these GMs understand that for all-star caliber players, this is a chance for them to represent their current team in the all-star festivities. Now, once the all-star game's over, trade talk's going to pick up, and we'll see how active teams get. But there's a look at downtown Chicago. Look at the traffic on the freeway going into the city. Wow. Here's Manzardo leading off. Fouls off the first pitch he sees. And this is probably the worst at bat of the day so far. Well, of course, it comes from Kyle. Alex Bregman, last night, 1 for 4 in his return from the IL. Missed previous 43 games with a right quad injury. 52 games, 299 average, 11 homers, 35 RBIs. The Sox have won 8 in a row. Here's Santana. Got the base hit that scored the first run. The only one in the game so far. RBI single. 41 RBIs, 11 homers, 233 average for Santana. Here's the 1-0. Grounder, just hit. And there's his second hit of the game. 2 hits now for Carlos. And Burke is approaching 70 pitches. Can always count on Santana getting the big hit to get on base. So here's Schneemann. Oh, 1. Oh, so he's over 1, but here's the first pitch. Fouled off. Now it's an 0-1 count. Schneemann struck out his first time up. 213 average, 9 homers, 25 RBIs. It'd be nice to see him get hot too. Here's the 69th pitch of the day for Burke. Pitch. Strike. Again, on the road, 270 average, 8 homers, 18 RBIs. At home, he's 150 average, 1 homer, and 7 RBIs. Very weird split there, but okay. 0-2 to Schneemann. Lines it to right field. That's going to go near the corner. And Santana's going to skedaddle all the way to third. And just like that, you have runners on second and third with 1 down for Angel Martinez, who's arguably one of your hottest hitters. He might honestly be the hottest hitter. What was it, an 8-game hit streak for him? Just plugs it right into the gap there, into the corner. You kind of want the ball to kind of scurry into the corner, make the right fielder have to chase it down. 10th double of the year for Schneemann. Here's a chance to add some more runs for Bibee. Martinez 0 for 1. Take a sac fly, though. Pitch. Outside. Eight homers, 33 RBIs, 241 average for Martinez. Base hit, probably scores 2 here. You have to figure, depending on where he hits it. Here's the 1-0. Ball. Quick 2-0 count for Martinez. With Hedges on deck, I don't know if you even pitched to Martinez. Maybe try to make him get himself out. But you have almost a guaranteed out with Hedges on deck. Pitch. Fouls it off. This team simply cannot turn on a middle pitch, no matter what the kind of pitch it is. Middle. They can never turn on it and crush it. It's the 2-1 to Martinez. Hops it up out of play again. Watch us not score here, I swear, dude. Watch us not score here. Runner scored 8 of 13 times. Runner on third and less than 2 outs. Watch us not score, I swear to God, dude. Pitch. Swing and float it off. Doing a good job staying alive. Burke approaching 80 pitches. He's hit out of Martinez here. That'd be huge. 2-2 to Martinez. Plugs it into the gap, and there's the catch. That will get the run home. And Schneemann goes to third. So sac fly for Martinez. I will definitely take it. Makes it 2-0. I'll take that. I will take that all day. I thought it was going to somehow get down, but it hung in the air way too long. And Schneemann goes to third. Too bad you have the auto out. Hedges at the plate. For 1. At least that gives us another run. If Hedges gets a base hit here, I'll be shocked. I'll be surprised. 0-1 coming to Hedges. Pitch. Swing and a miss. At least we scored another run. Yeah, I thought that ball was going to get down. Thread the needle, but nope, it hung in the air too long. 3 homers, 4 RBIs on the season for Hedges. Pitch. Oh, got away. Obviously, Schneemann can't go anywhere. The ball's right there. So 1-2 count. Just couldn't put his glove around it. It bounced, and Tio did a great job keeping it kind of in front. 1-2 to Hedges. Hedges. Fly ball. Oh, look at this. Back near the wall, and Robert makes the catch. Damn. Yeah, that would scare me if I'm a Sox fan. You got Hedges sending Robert damn near into the wall to make the catch. He put a good amount of heat on that ball, too, to damn near get it to the wall. Bottom of the fourth, but it's 2-0. Glad we added another run. Man, I thought Martinez threaded the needle. It just hung in the air too long. Well, too much air. Not mad, though. He scored a run. Bottom four. Free shirt Friday on July 18th against the A's. Sugar Dare Dollar Dog Night. $2 pregame in the district. And then Phantom Fireworks after the game. The double Daniel. First pitch is a strike to Benintendi. IB 2-0 lead now. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. I think Bieber will be back by maybe at earliest the end of this month. I'll be concerned if he's not back by middle August, though. 0-2. Pitch. Up outside. Nobody's chasing that. Unless you're just one of those naturally aggressive hitters, but no. 1-2 pitch. Oh, he almost went after that. Got him. Oh my God, I thought he got him. I didn't see the umpire. I thought he went like this, but he went like this. Man, that was close. They showed the ump after he made his sign. I thought he went like this. 2-2. Liner, base hit into the corner. That'll be a long single. Yeah, I kind of cursed him with that one. I thought he struck him out. Oh, well. They showed the umpire, and I thought he went like that. Nice play by Jones to keep that to the longest single I've ever seen. Of course. Leadoff double. Here's Sosa. Pitch. Swing and a miss. IB now at 51 pitches here in the bottom of the fourth. Sosa flew out his first time up. 1-1. Grounder. Foul. Nice snag by the ball boy. 2 to Sosa. Pitch. Ball. One, two, pitch. Again, 2-2. Come on, Tanner, get serious, dude. Damn, Seattle's up 11-7 in the ninth. Holy shit. I don't swear often, but damn. 11-7 though. Hey, yo. Damn. 2-2 to Sosa. Swing and fouled off again. Two-0 pitch coming up. The 2-2. Pitch. Ball. Dude, Tanner. Seriously, dude. You're pissing me off. Tanner, when it comes to actually trying to put a batter away, he tries to nibble, 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 nibble. Nibble, 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 nibble. Num, 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 num. Payoff pitch to Sosa. Grounder foul. He's not throwing anything that's deceiving. He's like trying to force a ground out. Just strike him out, Moo. Come on now, man. Stop being so damn unserious. Get a multi-run lead and this dude forgets how to pitch. "57 pitches. The payoff pitch to Sosa. Pitch. Whops it in there. Base hit. Dude, Tanner, I swear to God, bro. Get you a multi-run lead, and this dude forgets how to pitch every single time. Like, what is it with getting this dude a 2-run lead? Plus, he starts taking diarrhea dumps on the mound every time. 2 on, nobody out. Dude's turning into a loser right in front of my eyes again. Here's Kyle Teal. Grounder foul. Not even trying to miss bats. Flew out his first time up. He's more or less trying to hit into the bat. He's trying to force contact. Pitch. Strike. Dude, Tanner is such a loser when it comes to this stuff, man. He hasn't won a game since May. Dude turns into a freaking loser when it comes to getting a multi-run lead. 0-2. Ball in the dirt. Oh yeah, with a 1-run lead, he's great. But you get a multi-run lead, he turns into Josh Tomlin. Not talking about the good one either. Dude forgets how to pitch. Pitch. And of course they had him picked off at third, but glove's broken. So runners on second and third. Oh my God. You're such a loser, dude. Have I mentioned how much of a loser freaking Bibby is? He's a freaking loser. Bibby is a loser. Bibby is a loser. Bibby is a loser. Tear up his contract. Tear up his contract. This dude freaking sucks. This dude freaking sucks. Get him a 2-run lead. Choking. Choking hazard. 1-2 pitch to Teal. Ball. Hey, Tanner, why are you such a loser with a multi-run lead? The moment we get a multi-run lead, this dude turns into the biggest freaking loser on the team. Every time. 2-2. Blooper, and this game is tied. Oh, gee, who saw that coming? This guy. The moment we get a multi-run lead, this dude can't freaking pitch. Hey, Chris Antoinetti, just show him his contract and just tear it up. We really paid this loser. The moment we get a multi-run lead, this dude forgets how to pitch. Every time. Every damn time. Paul has to go talk to him like, hey, buddy, we get you a multi-run lead every time. Hey, Tanner, the objective is to get outs, which you were doing when we had a 1-0 lead. But get him a multi-run lead, and this dude just takes a big old diarrhea dump on the mound every single time. Honestly, you could argue that those two are not really on Tanner, but more on Rocchio being stupid as well, because they picked off a runner at third, but Bozo can't throw. 0-1. But still, strike 2. He is literally pooping down his leg. Big ol' poop right down his leg. Grounder, snagged, but he can't control it. Dude, relegate this loser to the bullpen. Relegate this loser to the bullpen. They turn into the bad news Bears whenever they get a lead. Swear. So right back to where we were before. 2 on, nobody out. Loser can't even get a lead. Can't even get an out. Here's Montgomery. Wow. Pitch. Yeah, I'm done streaming Bidey starts. I'm done streaming this loser, dude. This is the last start I'll be streaming of his for a while. Yep. This is the 3rd straight game we have given him a multi-run lead, and he's blown every single one of them. Ball 2. "68 pitches. Wow. 2-0. Fouls it off. 16, 15, 14, and then 24. Probably would have been fine if Rocchio wasn't a stupid idiot over at shortstop, because they picked off the runner at second. They had him dead to rights, but Rizzo can't throw a ball to third. Makes you wonder, what do they do during spring training when they do fielding drills? Like, what exactly did they end? What do they work on? Do they work on that stuff? Wow. 2-2 to Montgomery. 70 pitches for Bybee. Wow. Well, just get ready for Matt Festa, because we all know it's coming. Wow. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Oh my God, he got him out. Struck out Montgomery. And there's your first out of the inning. There's Josh Rojas. 0 for 1. Pitch. Fouled it off his foot. That definitely didn't feel good. Oh, yeah, right there, right off the back of the foot. Ugh. So he's trying to walk it off here. All right, 0-1 count. Bybee was rolling until we got that 2-run lead. I've never seen a pitcher blow as many multi-run leads as this guy does. I just don't get it. I just don't understand it. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. I just don't understand. I don't understand. 2 on, 1 out. Here's the 0-2 from Bybee. Pitch. Grounder to short. Rocchio takes it for 1, throws over to first, and that is a double play, and that was huge for Tanner. As no other damage happened, but still, man, you had a 2-0 lead and you blew it in what turned out to be a pretty rough inning for Tanner. Although, honestly, he was put in a position by his horrible freaking shortstop. Because again, they picked off the guy at third. They had him dead to rights because he was trying to steal. And Bozo can't throw to third. Not Bybee Bozo. Rocchio the Bozo. I'll be right back, guys. All right, we back. I'm gonna turn my camera off. I got me a brown and I got a snack on something. But I'm still here, though. I'm still here. Just eating a brownie, and with how chewy these things are, I know y'all don't want to see me, chewing like a damn cow trying to eat this thing. It's chewy as hell. Okia with a fly ball to left. Out number one. Here's Stephen Kwan. Flew out and grounded out so far. First pitch is outside, ball one. One 0. Outside 2-0. Two 0. High 3-0. They get me a snack. Man, I was getting jittery. Oh, God. 3-0 to Kwan. Strike right down the middle. He was really committed to just not swinging at all. Okay. 3-1. Oh, strike two. Okay, Steven. I actually get a base hit here, or maybe draw a walk. Get on base somehow. Now pitch. Fouls it off. Full count now for Kwan. Pitch. Into left. And caught for two. Out number two. Weak ass team, dude. Yeah, they're back to being feeble again. Really disappointing, but that's just the way it is. Back to being feeble. Gonna need J-Ram or somebody to really step up. Also got me some food snacks too. Yeah. Here's Nolan Jones, struck out both times, looking, I'm pretty sure. Pitch. Outside, ball one. $30, 18, 16, 16, and 10. 1-0. Ball two. Uh, 2-0 pitch. Jones crushes a foul. For common theme. Smash the ball, but have it go foul. 2-1 to Jones. Pitch. Fouls it off. 2-2. Two pitch to Jones. Pitch. Fouls it off. I swear, if this dude stares at strike 3 again, bro. Pitch. Fouls it off. All right. The 2-2. Fouls it off. The 2-2 again. Staring at strike 3. From 5 coming up. How many times has he been caught staring at strike 3? Let's take a look. Okay. Called out on strikes. Called out on strikes. Struck out swinging. So yeah, Nolan, you might want to maybe try to foul off a pitch or something. You know, I mean, that's just just my thoughts. Don't stop staring. So here's Robertson leading off. Pitch. Fouls it off. One. Fouls. Oh, pops it up. Playable. Out number 1. Good job, Tanner. Good job. By the way, eating some food snacks. Was that the disco? That's the disco. What was it? Disco and Destruction Night or whatever it was. Yeah, that old Comiskey. That was crazy. course, the Guardians, or the Indians at the time, had that crazy promotion, 10-cent beer night, which went about as you'd expect. So one down for Talkman, who's 1 for 2. Lines it foul. 1-1 count. Struck out and then had a single. 1-1. Ball. 2-1. Hmm. 15-7. See it. My God. 2-1. 3-1. Rockies beating the Reds 3-2. They're in the 7th. Walked him. All right. Here's Meadroth. Pitch. Strike. A foul out and then hit into a fielder's choice. 1. Ball. It's the 1-1. Grounder to first, and that'll be an unassisted double play. Snagged by Santana. And there's the end of the inning. Love to see that. Go to the 6th, tied at 2. Not sure if okay, so Burke's day is done. It'll be Jordan Leisure coming in for the White Sox. Saw him, I believe, in the second game yesterday. Now, he also pitched in the first game, 2/3 of an inning, 2 hits, 1 run, and had a walk. He faced Ramirez, Manzardo, and Santana. Thing about these freaking fruit snacks, though, they're gooey. I don't know how these things would taste frozen. Oh, I might have just accidentally given myself a damn good idea. Put these things in the fridge or the freezer. Ooh. Look at that crowd, man. I imagine being security having to control that crowd. Back in Chicago, long time ago. Pitch. Ball 1. Santana, Ramirez has hit a home run in 4 or 5 games. One count. Home runs at right field. Jose has 23. Most by any active player. Pitch. Fouls it off. Next closest is 18. Here's Leisure, 37 games, 2-4 record, 4.36 ERA, 33 innings, 20 walks. Yeah, okay. Pitch. Fouls it off. One, two. Fouls it off again. 1, 2. Foul it off my shoe. Pitch. Foul again. Oh, there's that shower thing they have there. For hot days, you can go in there and get I guess like a mist or something to cool you down. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Oh, I'm sorry. Fouled it off. I thought he missed it, but no, he just missed a double. That was almost on the dirt. That was as close as anything, really. That looked like a fair ball, but it's hard to say. They don't really have any other good angles. So J-Ram got robbed of a double there. That's tough. 1-2 coming J-Ram. Fouls it off again. J-Ram can't even believe it. He's like, come on, man. You robbed me of a... He ain't gonna complain. He's not a complainer. He's not one to do that. Here's the 1-2. Grounder. He went digging for that one. And it's out number 1. He went digging to China for that pitch. J-Ram's happy thinking, that freaking umpire robbed me double. Excuse me. He robbed me. Damn. Wow. Oi. Here's Kyle Manzardo. 0 for 1. Pitch. Strike. Walk and a pop out for Kyle. Here's the 0-1 to Manzardo. The pitch. Hit to right. Deep. Back. Track. Wall. Gone. Well, okay, Kyle, you must have heard me what I said earlier saying how he stinks and, he ain't done anything. Well, that's his first home run in a while, and it gives the Guardians the lead at 3-2. There you go, Kyle. Hell yeah. Gets you going again. The mashing mustache is back, baby. pitch is a ball. And just watching Leisure's reaction, he knew he messed up. He's like, ah, crap. You knew he messed up. He knew he messed up. Oh, watch out. That thing went almost all the way in the other batter's box. Even Teal had to get up out of his stance to go chase that down. That was such a welcome sight for Kyle. After what happened last night, the double play, bases loaded, yeah, he needed that more than anything. 3-0 count for Carlos. Three-zero count. Santana 2 for 2. Pitch. And they wanted nothing to do with him. He takes the leisurely stroll to first. It's crazy how like the middle part of the order is doing all the damage this series. J-Ram. Literally, J-Ram, Manzardo, Santana, Schneemann, and Martinez have all homered this series. That's actually insane when you think about it. That's actually insane. Now, in terms of contributing, most of the players on this team have contributed at one point in the series. Doing something. Getting on base or scoring a run. So that gives us the lead back. I know Tanner loves that. I don't know how much longer Tanner will be out there, though. Just be careful getting it if you get a multi-run lead, because this dude is bound to blow it. He's a choking hazard. All right, so here's the first pitch to Schneemann outside, ball one. Struck out in a double thus far. 1 for 2. Pitch. Strike. All right, 1-1. Pitch. Outside, 2-1. Here's the 2-1 from Leisure. Pitch. Slow roller. Gets the second. Oh, but the ball got away. And Schneemann will go to second anyway. So they still end up with a runner on second. And there's 2 out. Honestly, this is probably the best situation. Yeah, it would have been cool to have Santana on. Yeah, just off the end of the glove. But you got the much faster Schneemann on base now. No, to be honest, let's be real here. Santana does still have some skedaddle in his legs. As we saw earlier, he went from first to third on the Schneemann double. Well, of course, they scored a run on the sack, I think, earlier on, yeah. Pitch. Pops it up. Out of play. Yeah, just off the end of the glove. Damn. We crucified Kyle for what he did, but yeah. So 1-1 count for Martinez. Fly out in a sac fly. Like I mentioned, after the Schneemann double. Pitch. Fouls it off. At least it looked like he fouled it. Schneemann will take his lead off second. Here's the 1-2 to Martinez. Pitch. Swing, and he fouled it off again. Doing a great job staying alive. Just trying to get a... maybe just run into one here. But like I said, you got to be careful getting a multi-run lead because it seems like Tanner gets a multi-run lead and he forgets how to pitch. 1-2 coming to Martinez. Pitch. Swing, and he bobbled it. And he'll throw him out at first. And that'll retire the side. But not before Kyle Manzardo goes yard to give the Guardians a 3-2 lead. That was a sight for sore eyes. I do say so for myself there. When the hell is Bieber coming back? I really have no idea. I haven't heard anything since he stopped throwing because of elbow soreness, which he consulted with the doctor. Doctor said that's normal for, like, you know, when players coming off surgery, they haven't done activity like that in a while. Their arm hasn't done that, so of course they're gonna, you know, be a little sore. It's normal. Now he has been doing like sim games against minor leaguers, so I expect him to be back doing rehab assignments soon. If I had to guess, he'll be back by no later than, I'll say, beginning of August. Yeah, Quandale, I forgive Manzardo. It's not even his bat that's the issue. It's his glove. If I'm Kyle, during this break, I'm just getting with my freaking fielding coordinator, coach, and I'm every day during batting practice, I'm purposefully trying to field bouncers. Because that's been his issue. Low throws, and he can't dig them out. You watch Santana, he's got it down pat. The swipe, the snag, you know, the scoop. Kyle's still, he doesn't play first base a lot though. That's his problem. Now, people say, what if we traded Santana? You do that if you can trust Kyle at first base. But can we do that? I don't know. I don't know if you can trust him. So Tanner back out for the bottom of the sixth. First pitch is a ball to Benintendi. Bobby pissing me off. Gets paid and doesn't know how to pitch anymore. You should see his last 3 outings. Ball 2. He gets a lead and then forgets how to pitch. Two for 2 is Benintendi. 2-0. Pitch. Okay, that should be a strike. Come on up. Damn. He ain't even getting help from the umpires. They're like, you're on your own, pal. 3-0 to Benintendi. Pitch. Spikes it in the ground, and here we go again. Leadoff walk. Man. But there's the play that arguably resulted in the runs. They had the guy at third that's trying to steal at second, had him cooked. But to be fair, Rocchio did rebound and get a double play later. Here's Sosa, 1 for 2. First pitch is a strike. See if he can rebound from this. Here's the 0-1. Pitch. To short. Throw to second. Got him. And there's a double play. Exactly what the doctor ordered. And now there's 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th. Good job by Rocchio. Easy throw to second. Santana for the out. So there you go. Double play. And it looks like that'll be it for Tanner. Steven's talking to him. This is interesting because usually Steven's like, I think Tanner's trying to stay in. Yeah. Tanner's coming out. Wow, Steven Vogt realized, I've been riding you hard. Oh, I better watch out what I say there. Hey, yo, I've been trusting you these last couple outings, going deep. This is a longer outing, 5 2/3 innings. And there's nobody on. Eric Sabrowski coming in. I'm sure Tanner tried to talk his way on them, stay on the mound, but can't fool around. Can't fool around. Got to protect this lead. They don't trust him to get one more out. No. Oh. So let's see if Eric can get out of this. It's not Festa. I better be quiet. So there's Tanner in the dugouter from earlier. At least I thought it was. So here's Eric Sabrowski. Part of the bullpen, presented by the Cleveland Clinic. Six games, 142 ERA, 6 1/3 innings, 5 walks, 9 Ks, 150 opponent average. First pitch is a strike to Teal. Oh, there he is. He's just dapping up. Honestly, Tanner's probably like, I'm actually shocked. Usually he, trusts me, but he got burned a couple times. Gotta be careful. Even happened in the playoff game last year. He puts a lot of faith in Tanner. Get those final outs. He couldn't do it. Oh well. Pitch. Strike 3 called. Got him. Eric goes out there and closes the book on Tanner, so Tanner doesn't have to worry. Even though he didn't have to worry anyway because there was no runners on. But we go to the top of the 7th, up 3-2. Tanner's probably thinking, he did have me out there deep in the games at times. Of course, his previous 2 outings, he had short leashes because he kept getting whacked. This was probably the softest whacking he's taken, considering, it's only a 2-run lead that he blew. Not a 3 and a 4 from the last 2. Aye. And crazy enough, all 3 were on the road. Wow. Wow. So Fred VanVleet elected the new president of the NBA Players Association. Hey, Fred, first thing you should do, get rid of the freaking apron system. It sucks. CJ McCollum freaking did a dumb move by doing that. It's stupid. If anything, I don't know how they would do that, because they didn't as a way to prevent super teams, but now teams can't even really keep their players because he's a freaking idiot. Freddie Van Vliet. Wow, that's tough. Now people can't. CJ is probably happy too, because he's like, well, these NBA Twitter nerds can't yell at me anymore. That nerd can't yell at me no more. uh, all right, so here's Austin Hedges leading off against Tyler Gilbert. Pitch. And he hits a fly ball to right field, just at the wall. It bounces, and Austin Hedges with a leadoff double. Wow, that's a rarity. A leadoff double for Austin Hedges. Never thought I'd see the day. I mean, it does happen. Not as often as you'd think, but every once in a while he will get a big hit like that. That's his first double of the year, and it's July. Granted, he doesn't play much, but still. Here's Rocchio, who tries to bunt. Come on, Brian. What are you doing, dude? 2 flyouts. Pitch. Lays down a bunt. And they'll get the runner to third. 1 down. So now back to the top of the order. You see there's Steven. Oh, look at that. Nice sentimental hug for Bybee. Probably saying, taking it easy on you this time, because the break's here, 90 pitches. Don't want to play no games here. He's been burned by riding his starters deep into games, leaving them in too long. He's been burned by that how many times this year? Trying to get that extra out or two. Strike. Runner on set. Runner scored 14 of 16 times. Here's the 1-1. Pitch. Fly ball to left. And caught. And they're sending Hedges. Look at him run. Oh, but the ball bounced off the catcher's mitt. And a run scores. And it's 4-2 Guards. He got so damn lucky there. Oh my God. He got so lucky that ball bounced. Hedges would have been out by a mile. Look at him run. Yeah, the ball bounced. He had to go back to tag. And he still came in and scored. Jansen Junk earned a win. Here's Nolan Jones. Nolan Jones. Nolan Jones. Nolan Jones. Here's the 0-1 to Jones. Inside on him. Three strikeouts, 2 were looking. 15-7 Seattle. My God. Swing and a miss, 1-2. I got to see what the hell happened in that Seattle game. Oh, talk about a wagon in Seattle. Herbie against Mize. Sheesh. Wow. Outside 2-2. So yeah, Mize and Montero gave up a combined 9 runs. Lee and Hanley gave up at least combined 6. Damn. Pitch. Fly ball off one knee, right at Robert for the out. And that'll retire the side. We go to the bottom 7, up 4-2. Let me see how they scored. Anything crazy? So the Tigers scored 1-0. Canzoni singled top second, 1-1. Then a 5-run. Got a 5-run third. Crawford single, Raleigh sac fly, Luke Raley 3-run homer. Then a J-Rod single in the 4th, 7-1. Green homered, 3-run shot, 7-4. J-Rod homered in the 6th, solo shot 8-4. Ben Williamson RBI single in the 7th. Perez for the Tigers made it 9-5 with a single. And then a Rosarena 2-run shot. 2-run shot in the 8th. McKinstry homer to make it 11-7. 2-run shot. Williamson with a single, 12-7. Crawford 3-run double, making it 15-7. Wow. So, okay, major new union role for Van Vliet. Wow. If I'm Fred, I might be taking away the apron. Prison of Azkaban. A term in Guantanamo. BA Twitter is just like celebrating, like, damn, dude. Because in their eyes, he ruined the NBA with that stupid ass apron thing. I like the idea, but the way that they're doing it is stupid. I liked it better like when it was just the way it was. Here's Luis Robert, 1 for 2 with a single and a flyout and a single. Pitch from the lefty, 0-2 count. Wow, Reds down 3-2. Are they really going to lose again to the Rockies? No way, brother. 0-2 coming to Robert. Pitch. Foul. Okay, they tied it up. Will Benson tied it up with a triple. Okay. They have the winning run at third in Benson with nobody out. Dude, the Reds better freaking win that game. I swear to God, dude. Nobody out, winning run on third. No way you lose, right? Pitch. Way up above. Ball 1. Now look at the score. It's Trevino at the plate. Yeah, they should. Marte and then Friedel. Even if he doesn't get it done, which he should. Great 1 count. Wow. 1-2 count for Robert. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 1 down. DeLauder not in the lineup. They're not going to bring him up just for 1 game tomorrow. I doubt. That will be the most Guardians thing ever to do that. Hope he didn't hurt himself. That would seriously be the most Guardians thing ever. Hey, we'll bring you up for 1 game, and then you won't play for a week. Oh, they walked him? That's tough. So 1 down. Pitch. Ooh, it's a ball. Oh, Damn. Pitch. Swing and a miss to Vargas. This is his first at bat of the, I guess, afternoon of the day. 1-1 count from Sabrowski. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2. This team could be very well turning around after the All-Star break. The Reds just walked it off. So Dashy won't have to rage tonight. You better beat the damn Rockies. They're ass. They're like the worst team in the league. By far. 1-2. Huh? No. Oh, there it is. I was waiting for it. Umpire was giving us the delayed strike 3 call. Did he hit a homer? Oh, no, he didn't. I thought he did. No. Fielding error. Wow, that's tough. A fielding error wins you the game. Good job, Reds. Good job. You better beat the damn Rockies. That's all I'm saying. Here's Josh Rojas. Struck out on a ground in a double play. Is 2 times up. The 8th hitter. Here in the 7th. Pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Here's the 0-2 coming to Rojas. Pitch. Struck him out. Oh my God, Sabrowski. Damn. Steve. We go to the 8th, up 4-2. This dude is disgusting, man. Like he's filthy. Absolute filth. Oh, he's filthy. It's just another scheduled day off. You want him to play, you want to build him up, but then you're sitting on multiple days in a week. Like, I don't get it. Classic Guardians, as always. All right. I'm going to go after some wings, burgers, corn, and cauliflower. Interesting combination, but have fun. Interesting food combo. So here's Jose Ramirez leading off. He's 0 for 2 so far tonight, or today. First pitch is a ball outside. Meadroth goes to short. Sosa goes to second. Vargas takes over at first. Low ball, 2-0. A walk, a stolen base, and a run for Jose. Pitch. 3-0 from Gilbert. Coming up. Pitch. All 4. Yeah, they wanted nothing to do. They wanted nothing to do with J-Ram. Here's David Fry pinch hitting now. Three homers, 5 RBIs for David. First pitch is high, ball 1. Here's the 1-0 coming to Fry. Pitch. Oh, throw to first. Got to keep Jose close. It'd be so Guardians to bring up Chase for 1 game tomorrow and then send him back down. And threw it back over there again. Now what this means is that's twice. Peace out, yo. But this means now J-Ram can steal and they can't throw over. Here's the 1-0. Pitch. Strike. And he's safe by a mile. So 1-1 count. Jose steals another bag. Beat the tag by several seconds. Has to whip his body around. And here's Fry looking to maybe add another run. That was the 28th stolen bag of the year. His second today. It would be nice if we can maybe bring him home. One, two. Pops it up. And playable. Oh, it dropped. It straight up dropped. That's tough. That's tough. He's like, wait. He lost track of it. That's tough. That's an oof. That's an oof if I've ever seen one. Here's the 1-2 to Fry. Pitch. Just got in on it a little bit. Got to beat the sun to get this ball. And Robert makes the catch. So there's your first out. He just got in on him a little bit. I don't know what Steven's obsession with pinch hitting is, but all right. 2 singles, a walk, RBI, and a run for Carlos, who's 2 for 2. Steps off. Jose's over there doing a lot of dancing around. You know, that's got to be in the back of Gilbert's head now because his back is to third. Here's the pitch. Fouls it off. If you're Jose, you got to be ready for a possible hit and run here. Because you know Jose, he's aggressive. Always aggressive. Very aggressive, yeah. Yeah. 0-1. Runner takes off. Goes and yeah, not even a throw. Because yeah, that's what happens when you got a righty in the box. He would have had to try to get it around. And not to mention, third baseman wasn't even anywhere near the bag. They let him have third. Like, damn. Pitch. Low, ball 1. Fourth career game of 3 stolen bases. 29 stolen bases on the year now. Wow. 1-2. Oh, up and in. Tries to throw back to third and got back in time. Gotta be careful when you do that because a bad throw goes into left field and J-Ram scores with ease. Here's the 2-2. Low, ball 3. That was close. Wow. And off pitch. Popped it up. And this is not even leaving the diamond. Out number 2. Here's Daniel Schneemann, double in the 4th. Pitch. Strike. Oh, Brewers won too, huh? 0-1. Swing and a miss. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Great at bat there, feeble loser. Forget Schneemann. If there's anyone you're going to pinch hit for, it's him. Yeah. Bottom 8 coming up. Up 2. This is probably going to be Cade, but who knows? Sure. Overall, solid outing for Tanner. Just, got cursed by bad fielding. First pitch outside for Cade Smith against Will Robertson. Pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1. .41 games, 2-3 record, 3 ERA. Liner into the corner. It's foul. Problem with the sun glare down there and on the left side, you can't see where the ball went. And of course, I don't have the volume on, so I don't really know if anything's going on down there. 1-2 pitch coming from Smith. Pitch up high. 2-2. Bottom 8. Oh, 2-2 count for Robertson, who's 0 for 2. Pitch from Smith. Fouled it off. Strikeout and a foul off for Will. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. You know, if the Guardians were to trade Clase, the obvious replacement will be Cade Smith. He's as disgusting as Emmanuel. Pitch. Swing and a miss for Talkman. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Or fouled it off. Single and a walk for Talkman. Pitch. Bloops it foul. Cade's looked good since his blow-up inning against the Tigers and Extras back at home. Pitch. Swing and a grounder to first. Throw. Got him. And there's 2 down. Oh, excuse me. Aye. So 2 down. Here's Meadroth, 0 for 3. First pitch strike. Pitch. Strike 2. And here's the 0-2. Pitch. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Come on. That's a hoo-ha. That is a strike that he called a ball. All right. Okay. 1-2. Fly ball, right field. Track and caught by Jones, and that retires the side. We go to the 9th, up 4-2. It'll be the bottom third of the order due up. Martinez, Hedges, Rocchio. And then I assume it'll be Class A to hopefully lock it down. As far as tomorrow, I don't usually go live for Sunday games. That's right. Yeah, I'm probably not going to go live tomorrow. I'm going to relax tomorrow for real. You know? I mean, after all, I have streamed the vast majority of these games. So I'm going to take tomorrow off. I know it's the last game before the break, but still. Man, Buffalo Wild Wings, man. I haven't been there in a while. I used to go there every year for the draft. That was always fun. Hmm. So Steven Wilson in the game now, 30 games, 2-1 record, 159 ERA, 28 innings, facing Martinez. Fouls off a bunt, pops it up and fouls it off. Interesting choice there to bunt. Top of the ninth. Here's the 0-1 to Martinez. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Sack fly in the fourth, 0 for 2. Oh, 2 count. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a fly ball. Right field going foul, and it's off the wall foul. That thing again had some hook to it. He's been cursed by the hooking fly ball. Sandy's probably thinking, man, that's at least 2 that could have stayed fair. Here's the 0-2 again to Martinez. Swung on and missed, but the ball goes way to the side, and Martinez will get a drop third strike. I guess error base hit. I don't even know how do you count that? That's a weird way to, I don't know how they count that. Oh well. So you get a base runner now. Okay. Nobody out. Pitch. And he's stealing second, and he gets in there with ease. So now they want to be uber aggressive on the bats, okay? This is probably the most aggressive they've been on the bases. I do not remember these guys being this aggressive. Ever. Okay, let's see what else is on TV. Jurassic World. Nah. Pitch. Tries to bunt. Goes nowhere. I was made for loving you, baby. I was made for loving me. Oh, Phillies Padres at 7:30. You know what? Let's watch the ending of the Futures game. Yeah. Here's the 1-1 to Hedges. Pitch. He's really trying to lay down a bunt. He's really trying to lay down a bunt. So technically Martinez's hit streak is going to end here. Pretty cool how he's turned up lately. That's cool to see, though, from him. Pitch. Low ball. I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me. I was made. Ooh, MLS soccer. Oh, Nashville and Inter. How do you not have the Hell is Real Derby on TV? Come on now. What are we doing? Pitch. Popped it up. And that will go to second. Sosa makes the catch. One down. Okay, let's see. Anything cool on TV? As usual? No. Here's Brian Rocchio, the 9-hitter, 0 for 2. You know, I'll just put on IndyCar racing. Why not? Fouled it off. Fox IndyCar series. Man, I remember watching the IndyCars way back when. You know, Helio Castroneves, Dan Weldon, those people, Sarah Fisher. Oh my God. Pitch. Outside 1-1. The Red Bull cars that they had, you know, the Red Bull team. Those are fun. The IndyCar series. Yep. Here's the 1-1 the Rocchio. Pitch. Outside. Wow. 2-1. Pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Hmm. 2-2 count for Rocchio. Rocchio. Pitch. Outside. Full count. See if Brian can get on base or maybe, you know, get something else like that. Payoff pitch. Lines it to right, but right at Robertson for the out. 2 down. My dog is throwing a fit right now. It's so funny to listen to. Here's Stephen Kwan, sack fly in the 7th. He's 0 for 3. Again, it's crazy to think about all the damage that has been done in this series and the fact that Stephen hasn't really been responsible for any of it. It's been the middle part of the order from J-Ram all the way down to Martinez, really. Pitch. I mean, J-Ram, Kwan, no. Well, J-Ram, definitely. Manzardo today, Santana. Yeah, it's crazy. 1-0 count for Kwan. Pitch. Way out. Man, these pitchers are giving Teal one hell of a workout. Teal's really having a workout behind the plate, trying to catch these pitches that are like almost within past an arm's length away. Pitch. Ball. 3-0. To Kwan. All right, he takes a pitch. Not mad about that. It was right down the middle, but he wasn't going to swing at a 3-0. It's like an unwritten rule. You really don't swing at a 3-0. You just don't do that. Unless it's a pitch you want to crush. Pitch. And grounder. Gets through. Base hit. Martinez will come around the score. And it's 5-2 Guardians. So there you go. A nice little added run. Insurance run for Class A. Love to see that from the guys, though. Just slips it right past the first and second baseman. So Kwan gets his first hit of the game. And he contributes with an RBI. Although he had a sac fly earlier, but still. Here's the pitch to Jones. Outside, ball one. Fly out last at bat. Guilty of staring at 2 strike threes that you probably could have fouled off or maybe, try to do some damage with. 1-0 to Jones. It's a strike. There's the 1-1. Inside. 2-1. The always dangerous Jose Ramirez on deck. A base hit here would be nice for Jones, for the psyche. Pitch. Outside, 3-1. Oh. J-Ram really hasn't stung the White Sox like he used to. There was a game when he first came back from injury, he had 3 homers in the game. 3-1 to Jones. Pitch. High, ball 4. And there's 2 on with 2 out, and here comes Jose Ramirez. This is probably the guy you really don't want to see. But if the Guardians can do some damage here, maybe blow this game open, maybe they won't even have to use Class A. So we'll see what happens. They're going to have a little meeting at the mound here. Got to be careful here. Because even after him, you got, David Fry's in there. Darn, that's right. Yeah, okay. People be like, why did they pinch hit Fry for Manzardo? Makes sense because Fry's a DH. He can't play the field, so makes sense. However, the only sensible spot you could pinch hit for somebody without having to replace him in the field. You could use Fry multiple innings without having to immediately replace him in the field. Miss though, J-Ram is so dangerous. I don't even think these guys are going to really even try to pitch to him. Pitch. Strike. Here's the 0-1 coming to Ramirez. Pitch. Up high. 1-1. Here's the 1-1 to Ramirez. And that's a strike. 1-2. Average with 2 out and runners in scoring position. Ramirez is at 412, right behind Duran and ahead of Pena, Torres, Diaz, and Henderson. Pretty good group of guys to be with if you're Ramirez. Pitch. Fouls it off. Try it again. Here's the 1-2 to Ramirez. Pitch. Goes to get it and bloops it in the right field. And here comes Kwan. He will score. And essentially still 2 on, 2 out. And it's now 6-2 Guards. So I'm talking about, adding some extra runs. Let's go. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And now here's David Fry. That's what I'm talking about, J-Ram. Hell yeah. I bet you Tanner loves this. Run support. Run support, go brr. Run support, go brr. My God. First pitch strike to Fry. That's now 912 runs batted in. Passes Hal Trosky, now 7 behind Nap Lajoie. And then, of course, you have Tommy and then Earl Averill. They're going to have to. He has a ways to go to catch Earl Averill. My goodness. Here's the 0-2 coming to David Fry. 2 out, 2 on here in the top of the ninth. Chance to add some more runs. Pitch is swing and a miss. Yeah, David, honestly, I think they messed up bringing you up this early because they should have had you working in AAA, get your swing right because it is bad. Luckily, though, the Guardians added a few runs, so that's good. We go bottom 9, up 6-2. Okay. Now, this is an interesting choice here. Do they go to Class A, up 4, or do they give him another day off? Because they didn't use him yesterday either. Well, they used him in the first game. I didn't think they'd use him in the second game. If they had used him in the second game, that would have just shown that Stephen Vogt is, 1, ballsy as hell to do that. But 2, he's trying to, win games. And obviously the game was tied at the end there. It would have been tough to go to your closer. But of course, it'll be Matt Festa. Hey, Stephen Vogt. Again, what is this love affair with Matt Festa? Again, you're up 4, but what is it with you and using this dude? Matt Festa in the close. Okay. Okay. DeLauder was in the initial lineup and scratched. They wouldn't bring him up this close before the All-Star break. Yeah, it wouldn't make sense. Yeah, this impending DeLauder news is either mass panic or mass celebration. Here's Matt Festa, 29 games, 2-2 record, 5.19 ERA, 26 innings. First pitch is a strike to Benintendi. Pitch outside, ball 1 to Benintendi. Not too long ago, Benintendi was actually a pretty good hitter with the Red Sox. Then he got sent. Then he left. I think he went to the Royals, and then he was traded to the Yankees. And honestly, he really hasn't been the same kind of player since. Pitch, swing and a grounder to Flip from Santana, out number 1. Well, overall, geez. Well, Jacob, I don't think you were here the whole game, were you? Yeah, you weren't here the whole game. But recently, we had a Manzardo homer. That was cool. Couple sac flies. Lately in the ninth, we had a couple base hits. I'll go over the scoring after this game's over with. Pitch. Let's just say it's been by many different players. Yeah, they wouldn't bring up the Lauder one game before the All-Star break. Unless they were just wanting to tease the hell out of us. Hey, I got an idea. Let's bring up Chase the Lauder one game before the break. And then he'll go out there, he'll shove, he'll go crazy, and then back down. Pitch. Strike. 2-1. Yup. Yup. Bring him up for one game, send it back down. Pitch. Make him think, oh, he's never coming back up, is he? Nope. That's what we get. One game. That's all. 2-2 count for Sosa. Sosa Festa. Pitch. Grounder foul. You know, if I had to ask Chicago, I think was it Chief Keef? Man, if you remember Chief Keef back in like the early 2010s, I'd ask him one question. How about, Mr. Chief Keef, is it true? Do bitches really love Sosa? I don't know, because you said they do in your song. I was just curious. Is the bird the word? Pitch is swung on and missed. Struck him out. 2 down. Is the bird truly the word? That's an interesting question. Is the bird equal to or greater than, or maybe even less than the word? Oh, man. So down to their final out. Here's Kyle Teal. 1 for 3. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Final strike. One strike away from getting their second win in the series, with a chance to go for the 3 or 4 tomorrow. And low ball 1. Make things very interesting heading into the break, because they have less than 3 weeks before the trade deadline. Coming out of the deadline, their schedule's favorable, but it's up to these guys to take advantage of it. 1-2. Foul off. They have to take advantage of the favorable schedule. 3 against the A's. You have the O's who are struggling. They're looking better, but they're struggling. You have the Rockies right before the deadline. You have Kansas City as well. So freaking favorable. Pitch. And here's a fly ball. Right field. Jones makes the catch. And that is the ball game. The Cleveland Guardians take the 3rd game of the series. Final score 6-2. And they now improve to 45-49 on the year. And again, this pisses me off, because what was this 2 weeks ago? Couldn't score for crap for 2 whole weeks to end June and start July. Even the whole entire month of June was just horrible. But God, man, if they were doing this, we'd be in great shape. We wouldn't be talking about trading away Santana or Clase, Lane, and all them. We'd be talking about adding. Because if you guys noticed, I haven't done a video or stream talking about the Guardians trading for players, because that's not the vibe right now. The vibe is essentially the Guardians possibly trading away players like Carlos, Lane, Clase, possibly even Steven Kwan, which I just do not see that happening. So yeah, Guardians take game 3, 6-2. And now I'll go over the final stats here. As soon as I can pull them up here. Do this. Kansas City lost. They're 46-50. So I believe we'll be maybe a game or so ahead of them in the loss column. That's tough. Man, what happened to the Royals this year, man? They suck. Those stinky doo-doo juice. So the win goes to Tanner Bibee. He won his first game since May. 5-9 for Bibee. 4.29 ERA. Leisure took the loss. He's 2-5 with a 4.50 ERA. Scoring wise, well, I mean, once again, the middle of the order doing the damage. J-Ram with an RBI, Manzardo with the homer, Santana with the clutch RBI, Martinez with an RBI. But overall, Santana had the RBI single to get him on the board. Martinez sac fly. Kyle Teal tied it up thanks to Brian Slocchio. Can't freaking field for crap. People are going to blame Tanner, but that's on Rocchio, more on Tanner. I mean, yeah, you want your pitcher to, get out of it, but that's a tough spot to be in because your stupid, dumb shortstop can't throw a ball to third. Like, what are you doing, bro? You stink. And after that, they tied the game at 2. Top 6, Manzardo homered. And then top 7, Kwan added a sac fly. And then he got an RBI single in the 9th. And then Jose got in on the action with an RBI single of his own. So, good stuff there, and love to see it. Now we just got to wait and see what happened to Chase DeLauder, because apparently he was yanked from the game, the AAA game. I don't know why. Kind of nervous, because there is that possibility they have called him up for this one game. I don't know why they do that. Classic Guardians. But then again, he could have easily gotten hurt, or he was sick, because he was in the original lineup, which is again, it's scary. But yeah, guys, so the Guardians 45-49. White Sox are 32-64. I thought about going live for tomorrow's game, but ultimately I decided I'm just going to relax tomorrow. Oh, Tony Storm beat Mercedes Moné, huh? Hell yeah. Love it. I love it. So let's take a look at tomorrow's matchup, as it'll be Aaron Savale on the mound for the White Sox. Old friend of ours, of course. Of course, we traded him for Kyle Manzardo. That'll be fun. And then we'll see who we have on the mound. I think it'll be Slade, but it could be Joey Cantillo. Yep, it'll be Joey Cantillo. 1-0, 3.79 ERA, 48 Ks. Savale 1-6 with a 5.17 ERA, 33 strikeouts. And Santana and Kwan have 2 RBIs have an RBI apiece against Savale. Now, since he got traded, though, what has he done since he got traded? Because the Brewers were going to put him in the bullpen, but he didn't want to go in the bullpen. So since he got traded, he has not won a game. His last win was on June 2nd with the Brewers. Since then, he's 0-4 as a member of the White Sox. He's given up 2 runs, 2 runs, 5 runs. No, 2 runs, 5 runs, 1 run. And then in his last 2 outings, he's allowed 5 runs apiece. Now against the Dodgers, only 2 were earned. But against the Blue Jays, he gave up 5 earned runs in 4 innings. So it'll be interesting. I'm excited. So I'm going to head out, guys, and I will see you all tomorrow for the series recap, and then I'll go over the first half as well. I'm going to have some things to say. Definitely. So with that being said, guys, I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go, Guardians. Big W. See y'all tomorrow. Go, Guardians. And I'm out. Bye-bye. Yeah.